If there's a person in there that can't see that, fuck them, they're out. Fuck them, they're gone. Hell yeah, I'm Riley Smith. I've been tattooing 18 years professionally. I own Lifetime Tattoos, Queen Bee Tattoos, Evergreen Tattoo Invitational, Boise 208, and the Evergreen Educational, among other many things that I do with me and my lovely wife, Erin. Getting the chance to come to Hunts Vegas and see all my friends and the wonderful fucking people here, I had to come. You have to come to Hunts Vegas. Come to Hunts Vegas. It doesn't have to have a defining surface to it. Everybody can see it. The artist can see it. The people in the room can see it. And in my opinion, there's no way to put your finger on what that is. It's just it. It's like a hit song. A hit song is a hit song because it's a hit song.
Yeah.
There's no formula. There's no recipe. It just is. Hunts Vegas has that feel with the artists and the people. There's a connection there. I can't explain it. If you can, I'm all ears. Me and Joshua we work 365 days a year on our tattoo show. It's not just something that we put together. It's a passion that we both share. And we thought of the ideas of how we really wanted to tailor-made a tattoo show and make it just a little bit special, and not for us or ego or anything, simply for the industry to just take a couple of steps forward and get a little better. And we implemented that plan. We made it very, very special in a lot of ways. We make sure that if you're an artist and you're at that show, it's because you're supposed to be at that show. We handpick every artist in the room. We turn down hundreds and hundreds of very capable, talented artists that are amazing, but simply there's just not enough room. And we walk the floor, the entire thing's there. We greet every artist. We make sure that everyone's special in that room because they are. And I think just those little tailor-made touches, they're not some crazy thing that you can't do. They're just things that aren't happening in our business right now that we wanted to have. I don't think we did anything that really defined or changed any kind of movement. We just upgraded what we thought a tattoo show should feel like for us and just implemented it. And you saying that it was an inspiration for your show that's the reward for me and Joshua, frankly, because we never wanted to be like, well, we're going to create this special thing and keep it from the world. It's the exact opposite. We were like, we want all the shows to be special like that. All the shows should be like that. Somebody should greet you and make sure you're okay and check on you 3 times a day and make sure you've got water and fucking appreciate that you're there, and we want that to be spread everywhere. Evergreen shouldn't be a special show. It should be a normal show. That's the way they should be. And that's too bold sometimes for some people, but I'm sorry, that's the way we think. And we work hard, our families work hard, and if you've been to the Evergreen show, every person in that room counts to us. The guy that takes out the trash, everybody that does everything in that room is important. And if there's a person in there that can't see that, fuck them, they're out. Fuck them, they're gone. They're gonna fucking deal with it, because that's the way it is. People that haven't made it at our show or had problems like that in the past, that was simply it. They just weren't humble enough to see the world the way we do. We're coming up on 10 years of this show, and we've got artists that come all 10 years, and it's a big piece of their life, and it's changed a great deal of the way that we think about things like that too. We've had people meet and get married at our show.
I didn't know that.
We're at the point now. There was a really nice fellow and his wife that they named their children after the tattoo show.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it's almost a little too much to take sometimes, but when you see how just a little bit of kindness and a little bit of responsibility mixed in with just being a little bit more open about things in your people in general. Letting that guard down helps other people let their guard down, and that's how we really get to know each other. You say you came to Evergreen and you met a couple of people. I can almost guarantee without you having to say it, probably by the end of the night, you knew more people than you'd met at all the tattoo shows you ever been to. And then I'll dare to venture to say that that had a follow-up to it.
Yeah.
That lasts to this day. And that's what we see. And that's part of the focus of what we were talking about. We believe that if you're in that room, it's because you're supposed to be in that room. You've kind of been vetted. So even if you're a new person coming in there, if you know that, the work's kind of been done for you. You don't have to like, who's the asshole? You know, because we don't have it. So. You know, we've probably seen each other around the tattoo circuit and stuff like that in the past, but we weren't really close. My wife collects tattoos from famous tattooers all the time. And, Josh had he'd moved to Eugene, to the town that we live in, and set up a little tattoo shop, and so she got a chance to get tattooed by him. Of course, she was excited, and so I popped over and met him and talked, and he seemed like a pretty nice guy, and we talked about all kinds of stuff, and I kind of figured out that he didn't know a lot of people there, so I just was like, well, here, let's go eat, and give me your number, and just being a regular friendly person to him is all it was, and we became very, very dear friends very, very fast, and he opened up my eyes to different techniques in tattooing and art and different ways of thinking as well. And what we had a kind of like a common bond almost instantly. We're a little bit brutally honest. We really don't give a fuck if you don't like it, and what are you gonna do about it? We don't really bullshit around in our life with our friends or our family, and especially not with each other. And I think that level of honesty makes things very, very easy to communicate, do business, and be friends. But yeah, how did we meet? That's how we met. Aaron was getting tattooed by him, and we met and talked. I think it was refreshing for both of us to run across somebody who was honest and kind of understood that philosophy of life. When getting to know each other as we moved forward too, we have very similar backgrounds in how we grew up and how we were raised, and a lot more similar than we thought. So yeah, that was it. It was pretty simple. Our wives are the smartest, most capable, talented women in the world, and they backed our play for, he's been married 20 some years, I've been married 20 some years, and we've always been a cohesive team. Once again, those morals collide, and they're very similar. We couldn't do this without Josh and Nikki. They're the glue that binds. They run everything. They're so much smarter than either one of us, and they just know how shit works. And also, they know how to focus us in a direction that makes us more effective. Although a lot of times, maybe Josh or me plays the front man in this band a lot, but the fact is that they're the real workhorse behind it. And I just think that they're amazing. We're just so lucky to have them. I love working with my wife. I work with her every day, all day. Whether it's the tattoo shops or the shows or any of the other businesses that we're in, it's very, very special, and they're wonderful. They're amazing. With Evergreen specifically, Evergreen is a kind of an animal all to itself. It's organic. It goes the direction it's going to go. We don't lead it in a direction it needs to go. I mean, of course, we constantly are trying to raise the bar and make things better and stuff like that. But there's no magic bullet in this scenario. This is a very finite, small amount of change over a long period of time that equals something. So if you're a businessman and you're in the tattoo business or a tattoo artist, you understand that every day that you come to work, to keep the machine running, you have to loosen some of the screws on the machine and tighten other ones. Yeah. And every day you have to figure out which ones that is to keep it going. Evergreen's very, very much that. So when we see a chance to expand or make things better, we always let that happen organically and do it. With that being said, we never want to dilute our product. We know we have a great show and it's very popular and nice. And I bet we could flip a switch and have 20 of them if we wanted. But that wasn't the point. And we never got into it for that. Evergreen special, we're going to keep it special and make sure it's special. So, because it's here to serve tattooing. It's here for the artist. It's not the other way around. Come up with goals quickly. Don't make them unachievable. Make them goals that can happen in a week or a month. Make them realistic. Talk with others about those goals. Seek out artists that can help you along the way, but not take advantage of you. Don't get influenced by third-party bullshit that's going to ruin your career. Quit fucking drinking, put the fucking hash pipe down and go to work. Straight up. Go to fucking work. You want it? Go get it. It's right there for everybody. But if you don't work and you don't want to get it, you ain't never going to get it. And unfortunately, if you're coming into this business so you can say you're a tattoo artist as a punchline at a bar to be fucking cool, that's as far as you're ever going to get. Get disciplined, get focused, and get fucking hardcore. Do it. Like, don't do it in a minute. Don't do it next week. Right fucking now, do it. And last but not least, if there's anybody or anything that's in your way that's going to interfere in any of that, get rid of them. Cut them out. You don't need people around you that can't go there. You'll just be carrying them. Pretty simple. You're going to probably see some new talent that you've never seen before or heard of before. And you're going to see a mix of the older talent and mid-level talent that's just right now just springboarding into the social media platforms. And you're just going, wow, who's this guy? He's amazing. That's what you're going to see. Because, for us, that guy's been amazing for years, but now the world gets to fucking share that with us. And that's important. All Ink No Cap has a different kind of feel than a lot of other podcasts that you're going to come across. As co-hosts, we are in sync and we're talking, but we don't have to have a lot of filler. Yeah. Basically, we can cut out the bull and we can just kind of get down to it. Yeah, and also I think a cross section of the people that we have as guests is going to prove out very well. I think that just like we were talking about before, where we've got a lot of old familiars that maybe that sharing how we see them is going to be a whole new look for a lot of people. And then there's a lot of newcomers to the tattoo industry that people aren't aware of how special these people are. I think that we're going to enjoy showing them how special. Yeah, it's going to be great. We're out of here. Out.